what's up? This is Blaze, the movie fan, and it's time for another commentary video. This time I'll be commenting on the cinematic Venom. Now last time I commented on him, I covered his The Lion King review. And today I will be covering his review of the Toy Story trilogy. Now before I dive in, I'm going to tell you my overall opinion on the cinematic Venom. He is nowhere near one of my favorite movie reviewers on YouTube, but he is still very damn good. He currently has around 1,000 subscribers, but I think he deserves at least 100,000. Now with his like review, the best part about it was all the production information he gave. But with this video on the other hand, that is not the best part. The best part about this particular video is the reviewing portion. Anyway, this video is an hour long, which means that there is a lot to say about it. So anyway, without further ado, let's dive in.
Rob, you have to face your fears. No.
I can't.
But your fans, they're counting on you.
And for what? To realise I'm able to dish it out but I can't take it? I have spent 99 reviews making fun of movies that everybody else loves. And now I have to do it to a trilogy that I absolutely adore? I can't do it. I can't risk admitting they have flaws.
You've managed to reach episode 100. You've come this far, you gotta do it big now.
Do you really think people are going to enjoy watching me ripping apart a perfect trilogy?
What the hell are you talking about?
I mean, I haven't even started this review yet. Just look at that light bar. Ah. Everywhere you go, everyone you ask, everyone always says, oh, everybody loves Toy Story. It's such an accurate statement because, surprise, I do.
So what the hell's the problem then? They're pretty awesome.
I've spent 99 reviews, nitpicking movies and pissing people off. I can't do Toy Story. I can't confess to it having issues.
I'm sorry to say, but it's very stupid to think that a movie is perfect. No movie is perfect, and it is ignorant to think otherwise. You shouldn't have a problem with pointing out the flaws of the Toy Story movies, because that's what a reviewer is supposed to do. Now look, I totally understand if this isn't supposed to be taken seriously, and if the cinematic Venom is just a character. But even then, I still find this extremely fucking problematic. Just because you're playing a character doesn't mean that they can't criticize said character. And the fact that the cinematic Venom thinks of the Toy Story trilogy as perfect is one of the main issues that I have with this video. Okay, there's one thing that I find weird. Why does this book list the Toy Story trilogy in one entity? I mean, I agree that all three Toy Story movies are fucking awesome, but I wouldn't say that they are at an equal quality. So this just seems weird to me.
And Channel 4 selected it as the 5th greatest family film and the 4th greatest cartoon in history, only losing to The Simpsons, Tom and Jerry and South Park. Can you include a movie on a list for TV shows?
Actually, yes, you can. Cartoon can mean both an animated movie and an animated show. And last I checked, Toy Story is still a cartoon.
And that's about it. Just a perfect film with absolutely no flaws whatsoever. Nostalgia Critic Log 7472. My channel has ran off course en route to cinematic Venom. I've cameoed on a strange channel. The downgrade must have awoken me from internet fame, and there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Hello? Halt! Wait, no. Did I frighten you? Look, there's been some kind of mix-up. You see, this is my channel. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, who goes there? Stop! Friends.
Do you know these morons?
Yes, they're my characters.
Okay, you're free to come in.
You're the critic.
Oh, I'm so glad you're having a cameo.
We're reviewing Toy Story.
Ah, the film where Andy's supposed to be a 6-year-old, even though he clearly doesn't look like a 6-year-old.
Oh.
Hey, Rob says stuff like that. Except he acts arrogant and isn't nearly as famous, so everybody ignores his points. Oh, come on! Andy just has a growth spurt or something.
Getting kind of tense, aren't you?
Alright, that's enough. Look, we're all very impressed with Doug Walker's character.
Character?
C-H-A-R-A-C-T-E-R. Character.
I think the word you're searching for is legitimate critic.
The word I'm searching for, I can't say, because YouTube will demonetize me.
Excuse me, Mr. Nostalgia, but what does a legitimate critic actually do?
He's not a legitimate critic! He can't bitch about films, nitpick and review!
Alright, there is a lot positive I can say about the scene, so let's go. First of all, I absolutely fucking love how the lines in the Toy Story movie are being parodied here. Fucking genius. And this parody of the nostalgia critic truly is fucking awesome.
Bo Peep is a complete bitch. Why does nobody point this out?
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I mean, at the start she's all over Woody. As soon as Buzz shows up, she's all slutty and wants him. And then at the end, she's after Woody's Woody again.
I'm sorry, I don't see how she's a bitch in any way. In fact, she's one of the nicest toys in the Toy Story trilogy. She has never been rude or disrespectful with anyone. So yeah, I'm sorry to say, but I don't see where you're coming from at all.
But you know, he'll always have a special place for you.
Yeah, like the attic.
Why does nobody bring up the fact that he's a complete asshole in all 3 movies?
He might be an asshole, but his anger towards Woody in the first Toy Story movie is totally legitimate. It makes complete sense that he hates Woody in that movie. Also, I want to bring up the fact that he isn't a complete asshole. In the second movie, he went out of his way to save Woody along with a few of his friends. And that was honestly a very nice thing of him to do. Now, of course, he is still an asshole, but he isn't a complete asshole. And to be honest, the fact that he is an asshole is exactly what makes him an interesting character in my opinion.
And what was even his plan here? I never understood it. He causes Buzz to fall out of the window, but what did he intend to happen? It clearly looks intentional with no alternative motive to see.
But let's talk about the scene that comes before this scene, shall we? Woody drops a ball to the other side of the table. And that gives Woody the idea of tricking Buzz into being stuck on the other side of the table. Now, I'm not going to defend Woody because that is as scummy as throwing him out the window. So the toys still have a legitimate reason to be pissed.
Why can't Sid's toys talk? It's never explained.
I can easily explain this. You see, Toy Story is supposed to be a very dark movie. The fact that a lot of it takes place at Sid's place is proof of this. And the toys being unable to talk makes it more scary. Sure, there's no explanation in the story, but it still makes sense if you think about it.
And you forgot to mention that completely badass scene from Woody, he just completely ruins it seconds later.
We did it! We did it!
Okay, yeah, that was pretty dumb.
I don't get it. What's the issue here? Now, I'm aware that this video is an hour long and making it longer would be overkill. But you could have spent at least a few seconds explaining the issues that you have with this scene. Just saying that it's bad and moving on is very confusing, because I don't know where you're coming from.
How does nobody spot this entire chase scene? They're all at work?
I'm sorry, that's not a valid justification at all. And that is a problem that I have with this video. Cinematic Venom tries to debunk that critics' arguments and does a very poor job at it. This is not the worst case of that happening. I will be getting into that later. But anyway, this is one of the biggest problems that I have with the Toy Story trilogy. Even though the toys are on a public fucking road, nobody in the cars seemed to notice the toys. That has never made any sense to me. I never understood it. How can the people not notice the fucking toys even though they are on a public fucking road? Now I love the Toy Story trilogy, but this is still a major problem that I have with these movies.
See, I'm just proving that this movie has many flaws. What? No, right. This film does not have flaws, and I'm sick of you trying to steal my spotlight. You're all wrong. Give me that camera. Let's go. Hey, get back here.
This chase scene is fucking awesome. I absolutely love how the cinematic Venom goes all around the place trying to hide from the critic.
Okay. I think I've lost him.
Trust me, he will be back.
The second film shows Woody now being Andy's favourite toy again for some reason.
Which isn't a flaw, alright? It's not a flaw. I'm just wondering.
You're damn right, it isn't a flaw at all, since it can't be easily explained. It's safe to assume that Toy Story 2 takes place at least a year after the events of the first Toy Story movie. And a year is a very long time. And Andy could have easily changed his mind since then. It's normal, people change their minds on things all the time.
You know, do these toys even have a say in whether or not they get married? Andy just buys her and she's instantly his wife. Neither of them get a say in the matter. Isn't this technically an arranged marriage?
But considering that they are both happy together, I don't see the issue. Also, why are you talking about it now that you're talking about the plot? Wouldn't it make more sense to talk about it with your creative character later on in the video? I mean, what you're saying is technically a flaw that you have with the movie.
There's no way he could arrange all of this in 5 minutes. Why not just use that time to masturbate like everybody else?
Andy is far too young to masturbate. I mean, seriously, he's just a fucking kid. Now look, I get this is supposed to be a joke. I totally get it. But I am sorry to say, but I find this joke extremely tasteless.
Woody finding out who he is a complete rehash of the first film shtick with Buzz.
Okay, look, hold it right there, right? That was completely different. Buzz was finding out how worthless he was in his eyes, downgrading, whereas here, Woody is finding out he's a lot more important than he was. They just switched the roles. It makes it completely different.
Holy shit, an actually good counterpoint towards what the critic is saying. Well done! You managed to actually properly debunk the critic for once. Unfortunately, this is one of the very few times that you do that.
How the hell does Jessie not see Stinky Pete switch the TV on when the remote is clearly right in front of her?
Selective eyesight.
How does nobody spot these cones moving by themselves across the street?
Selective eyesight.
And how can they even see where the hell they're going?
Selective eyesight.
Okay, at this point, it doesn't even feel like you are trying to debunk the critic's point. Selective eyesight is a stupid point and doesn't debunk the critic's arguments in the slightest. And there is also another problem with this that I need to address. Thinking that a movie is absolutely perfect and not even willing to admit to its flaws makes you a fucking fanboy. I mean, seriously, it really does. And being a fanboy is the last thing that you want.
A Buzz thinking he's a real space ranger is rehashing from the original film.
Okay, look, hold it right now. Right, that is completely different. I mean, that was Woody trying to convince Buzz that he's a toy, but this is Buzz trying to convince Buzz that he's a toy. So, how is that any different? It's completely different.
This is the worst attempt at arguing with a critic's points. I mean seriously, two different characters doing the same thing doesn't change the fact that they are doing the same fucking thing.
And how the hell did he survive falling down an elevator shaft when Buzz got broke just falling off a balcony? The strength of parenting.
That makes absolutely no sense. How the hell does that save him from being damaged? I mean seriously.
Okay, that is the last straw. I'm done.
Now remember earlier on in the video when I said that the chasing is fucking awesome? Well, this one right here is even fucking better. I absolutely fucking love seeing the cinematic Venom run from the critic with all those green screens. That is very creative. The best green screen is when there's a fucking dinosaur. I absolutely love it.
Notice, like she goes to the daycare with the box, her friend looks in. Are you sure, he wants to get rid of all these toys? And Andy's mum doesn't even check. She's like, oh, no, they're all the toys. Andy would never want to get rid of. No, she doesn't even check. No, it's not a flaw. Shut up.
Okay, this is seriously getting annoying. Will you please stop denying the fact that those movies have flaws? I already explained why I don't like it, but the fact that you are still doing it really is starting to get on my nerves.
The original concept was going to be to have the other toys shipping a busted Buzz to Taiwan to repair him. They soon discover online that Buzzes everywhere are malfunctioning, and the company that makes them are having them all recalled, leading to the gang heading there to save him, whilst he also befriends other toys elsewhere. So, Toy Story 2. It would have been Toy Story 2.
If that movie would have been made, it would have been as dark, if not darker, than the first Toy Story movie. And you know what? I really would be interested in seeing that.
Why does nobody point out how this lamp brutally murders the letter I and then look at you as if you just witnessed a crime and it wants you to keep quiet? Why the hell would a 17-year-old still have a toy chest?
Yeah, we've lost friends along the way. Wheezy and Etch and Bo Peep. Yeah, even Bo.
She was a bitch anyway.
I'll get down from this.
Okay, why are you having such a hard time climbing to the other side? I can easily go to a playground and climb to the other side of something like this. And it would take me a minute at most. I mean seriously, the fact that you have a problem climbing that doesn't make much sense to me.
Who the hell had a skateboard in 2010?
Now I haven't outside my house a few days ago. And I did notice some people using skateboards. So I wanna ask, since when were skateboards obsolete? Now I know that personal experiences don't debunk a point. But my point is, this is literally the first time I've heard that skateboards are obsolete.
And threw movies in and they still doubt Woody. They have no reason to distrust him this much in so many movies.
Now it makes sense that they don't trust him if you think about it. Woody loves Andy. And his love for Andy could have easily blinded him from seeing what's really going on. Now of course the toys are wrong for assuming that. But it still makes complete sense that they would come to that conclusion.
Why is Bullseye even in this film? He literally does nothing and is entirely pointless.
Can't the same point be made about him? Also, what the hell did Jesse do aside from saying a few lines?
Where's home?
Elm Street, 234 Elm.
Woody lives in Elm Street. Wow.
I wish I would have spotted that reference to A Nightmare on Elm Street myself. But I never did. But the fact that you spotted that reference is fucking awesome. I love how Toy Story 3 has a reference to my favorite horror movie of all time. That's fucking golden.
Why don't they just escape during the day?
I mean, there's no patrol cars, Lotso can't be roaming around, Woody got in fine during the day, just escape during the day.
There's one problem with that. There are children all around the place playing with them during the day. And at the top of that, there are also staff members. So there is no possible way that the toys could have escaped during the day without breaking the rule of not moving in front of humans.
My name is Rob Bohr, and I love Toy Story. The third film ended with Andy saying goodbye to his toys and even reenacting the very first shot of the very first movie, as Pixar never wanted to make a fourth film, and why would they? It ended perfectly. However, apparently money is always the best excuse to make a sequel, so on November the 6th, 2014, a fourth installment was announced to be released in 2017. Toy Story 3 ended Woody and Buzz's story with Andy so perfectly that for a long time we never even talked about doing another Toy Story movie. But when we came up with this new idea, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. It was so exciting to me. I knew we had to make this movie and I wanted to direct it myself. In 2015, it was announced it was going to be more of a standalone sequel than a continuation, and it was later announced that it would feature the romance between Woody and returning Bo Peep as the toys try to find her after her absence in the last movie. Sadly, on April the 6th, 2017, Don Rickles, who voiced Mr. Potato Head in all three movies, passed away before he could even record any of his lines. This pushed the release date back to June the 15th, 2018, later adding Patricia Arquette to the casting. The release was delayed even further to June the 21st, 2019, and so-called excited director John Lasseter even stepped down as director due to other commitments. The trilogy really is perfect, and although some of the sequels do retread elements from the previous installments, I feel like they're handled differently enough. The characters are all charming and memorable and really come to life, the dialogue is witty and well written, and it's just a really charming series. If you're asking me what's the best one, despite my love for all of them, I'd probably say the first is the best, followed by 3 and then followed by 2, but honestly they're all great. Sometimes they have inconsistencies and missed opportunities, some parodies seem forced, but other than that they don't really get in the way of the viewing experience. Please check them out if for some reason you haven't already. Thank you, critic. For what? Just teaching me to embrace the movies and love them whether they have flaws or not.
It took you this long to finally realize that? You are a fucking reviewer. It's your responsibility to acknowledge the flaws of a movie regardless of if you like it or not. I'm sorry, but that lesson you should be taught is fucking stupid. Now it's time for my overall thoughts. The reviewing portion of this review is fucking awesome. I must admit that. In fact, when it comes to reviewing, this is one of Cinematic Venom's best videos. But unfortunately the skits in this video is where it falls flat. Cinematic Venom being blind to the movie's flaws is just fucking stupid. I understand that it is done for comedy, but I didn't find it funny. And I also absolutely hate how the Cinematic Venom is doing a poor job trying to defend the movie from legitimate points that the critic points out about these movies. Now, to be fair though, if I ignore the skits in the video, this is still a very solid review. And I would go as far as to say that this is one of the best videos that Cinematic Venom made. One more thing. Please check the original video out. I encourage you to do that. It is fucking awesome and worth your time. Not only that, go a step further. Subscribe to his fucking channel. He deserves a lot more subscribers than he currently has. The fact that he only has around 1,000 subscribers is injustice. He is close to getting 2,000 subscribers, but he deserves a lot more. Well guys, you've reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.